Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video we got this 2004 GMC C5500 right behind me. So the issue with this GMC right here, the customer actually took it to one shop to get the heads redone, and after that he noticed that it just didn't have no power. He would hit the gas pedal and it just wouldn't go anywhere. So how about in today's video we try to figure out this issue and give the vehicle back to the customer. All right, now that we're inside the vehicle, we're going to check this out right here. So I'm going to show you one thing that he did say that he noticed. As soon as you try to turn on the vehicle, all right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of tap the gas pedal. As you can see, I'm tapping it right there, and the RPM is not moving at all. Look at that. So I'm just tapping the gas pedal. If I go all the way down, you can hear the RPM. You see, tapping and nothing. But when I go all the way down, that's when it does it. Now what I want to do, I can turn this off, and then let's just look at scan data right here. So I just want to look at these codes. So we have a turbo boost sensor low voltage, P2127, generator terminal L, F, sensor reference circuit low, so we have two lows, cylinder 1 glow plug circuit open. Okay, there's the APP again, low voltage. Man, we're getting a lot of low voltage. There's a high voltage, and then we have another barometric pressure sensor, low voltage. So we can see right now we have a couple low voltages, but remember this has been to a couple places and they've replaced the APP sensor as well. So what's going on right here? So let's look at it. Right now, if we try to push the gas pedal, it doesn't do anything unless you go all the way down. And then after that, we have drivability issues. Like what he was stating right here is when he drives, he cannot get over 30 miles an hour. He's having a really hard time. But just imagine if you're trying to press the gas pedal and it doesn't go anywhere, you're not going to move unless you push it all the way down. So now what we want to do is we got to verify, do we have any correlation with all these sensors right here? He thinks it's an electrical issue. He thinks something, got pinched while they did the heads. That's where we're going to verify what's going to go on. But we can see we have our turbo boost sensor reference glow plug. I don't think that has anything to do with that. APP and barometric pressure sensor. So I'm going to be looking at these, bam, bam, and bam, and we're going to see if they're correlated together. These sensors have a 5-volt reference. What happens if we look into that and we check that out? Hopefully one of these sensors is probably dropping it down. We're not sure. We just got to look at it. How about we go to our wiring diagram, see what we find out, and see if we can find something right here. Man, this is going to be kind of cool. I've never worked on anything like this. All right, so we have one little slight problem right here. So I tried to look up this 2004 GMC C5500 and it was not working. So right now what we're trying to do, we're trying to find a vehicle that's comparable to that one, and what we're using right here on this wiring diagram is going to be a 2004 Chevy Silverado 6.6 3500. All right, so the issues that we're having, remember we had three main codes that I felt like they had some correlation, and that was the APP sensor, boost sensor, and as well the baro sensor. So if we go down here, I just think that they have something in correlation. We can see that we have the APP sensor right here, so accelerator pedal position sensor, and as you can see they have three circuits, 1, 2, 3. But we're going to look at one of the wires, because if we disconnect this and this is the issue, we don't have to look at all three of them. So right here, if we chase this one down, this is going to be a 10 wire. Let's go all the way down right here to our first connector. So you can see right here, that's going to be going to the ECM right here at connector 17, a 5-volt reference. All right, cool. So we have the first one here. So we have our boost and baro right here. As you can see, these are 3-wire sensors, so we should have one that's going to be the 5-volt reference, the ground, and as well the signal. So I'm going to go to this gray wire right here, which is going to be that 34 transitions to this 39, pin 39 on the ECM, which is going to be another 5-volt reference. All right, let's check out the last one. This is gonna be a barrel. So we got this white and black, and if we move that here, that's gonna be 17. 7 moves down here to connector or pin 31, and that's the 5-volt reference. There you go. So that's 3 of them right there. If we can look right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it was 10 in total. 7, 8, and some other ones. That's a lot of them. What we want to verify, we just want to verify that these sensors, the ones that actually came up with the code, that those are bad. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the vehicle and we're going to test out those circuits right there, verify if we actually do have 5 volts. If we don't have 5 volts, now we got to see which one is the bad one. So let's go back to the vehicle, see what we find out. All right, now the cool thing is that the ECM is just right there, so we can do our testing right here. But check this out. Look at these. Look, check that out. So I don't know who did this. I don't know if they thought that this was going to be the issue, but this was one of the things that got replaced. We have that. And like I said, when we looked at our actual wiring diagram, we noticed that those sensors right there all had a 5-volt reference, but they're all different wires. And right here, pin 17 right here, that's going to be our APP sensor. That's a 5-volt reference. And our barrel right here as well is 31. That's a white and black. And then our boost right here is a 39, which is a gray one. So we have all these sensors right here. Now what we want to do, check out our wires. So I already took this off right here, made it a lot easier. And right here it does show us that they're all conveniently on the blue connector blue. So this is a blue connector. And we can see right here there's a blue one, a black one, and a gray one. So it makes it nice and easy to find that. So what I want to do now is remove this and take this off. And what we're going to do, we're going to check our 5-volt reference. So we probably check some good ones and bad ones, because if we look here, just right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully I read them right. But the thing is that some of these circuits right here, they might be different wires, but internally they're the same. So we got to verify on that right there. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to remove this little plastic piece right here. We're going to start looking at these wires right here, and then we're going to verify what's going on, okay? So when we do that, we got to verify that we have our key on the on position too, so we can see that we have 5 volts on these sensors right here. So we're going to check that out right now. All right, I already took off this black little piece, and the cool thing about these right here, you can see it has 14, 28, 42, 56, and if we look at the other side, we have 1, 15, 29, and 43. All right, so what we can do, we can start looking for our wires right here, but let me get my scope right now, because that's going to be really important. So let me go get that right now. We can put it right here, and then we can start looking at the voltages, okay? All right, cool. So we have our multimeter right there. We actually hooked up our ground over here to the actual housing of the alternator. And what we have right here, we already took off this little black piece, as we see there. And now what we're going to do, we have 2 markers right here. And what I want to do with the pink marker, I'm going to mark the suspected 5-volt reference wires right here, so we don't have to remove this off and on the whole time. And then the blue one, I'm going to mark all the other ones. Like I said, there's about 10 different 5-volt reference ones on here. So let's find what we have, and then we can start marking them. So first one right here, we have number 17 is a tan one, and that's going to be marked. All right, so that's going to be marked with a pink one. Cool thing is there's right there, and there you go. There's a tan one right here. So we're going to mark this one pink just to make it easier. Something I just thought of something right now. All right, let's try 23. That's going to be orange and black. 21, 22, 23, orange and black. This one we're going to do it blue. And then next one right here, we're going to have all of them next to each other. So the first one is 31, that's a white and black, and then white and black, tan, and gray. Now that we have all our colors right here, we can start doing our test. All right, so we're gonna put this down, make sure that this is nice and in there. All right, cool. So now that we're in there, we can start testing them out. And our first one on the list is gonna be number 17, tan, color right here, and that's gonna be our pedal. So we can actually see what we have there. Right here, here's our 10, that's our pink one. That's why I like this. And we're gonna pierce this right here, but remember, we're gonna put the little tape right there after we finish. Barely want to push it in. Don't make too much of a big hole. And let's see what we have. Remember, keys on the on position. Oh, all right, that right there, right off the bat, should not be 1.76. That should be 5 volts. All right, now what we can go to is, oh, nice. We're gonna go to our 31. That's gonna be a white and black, and we can clearly see is right here with our pink, and this is a lot easier. Let's see what this one is. So these are our suspected sensors right here that are bad. 1.76, nice. All right, now we are gonna go to our next one. That's gonna be the other white and black right next to it, and we can see this one right here has our blue color. See what we get right there. 5 volts. Awesome. This is, man, I like this test. I don't know about y'all, but this makes it a lot easier. So we can go 10 in gray, but I think we're pretty much good, man. Here's our 10 one right here. Should be on our good side. I'm just gonna test the last one. Just gonna test our gray one down here, which is our boost. And I just want to see what that shows right there. We can see that pretty much all the ones that we have marked down, they have a reading. So this one is gonna be our 39 gray. Is it this one? 39. Okay, there you go. I accidentally marked it wrong. This is supposed to be pink right here, but I looked at it. This is the 39 gray. And as we can see, 3 of our sensors are 1.76 and the rest are 5 volts. Can we say that they're all correlated together? Yeah, we can see that. Now what we need to do, I'm gonna go back to my computer and we're gonna verify exactly where these sensors are at right here. So what we need to look for is the APP sensor. We already know where that's at. We're gonna disconnect that, see if what we need to do is hook up to one of these, and we're gonna start disconnecting stuff, and then we're gonna verify where is it at. So you can see right there we have our 1.76 volts. So now what we need to do is we got to verify exactly where these sensors are at. We got to find the barrel, we have to find the boost, and then the APP. APP should be the easiest one, so let's go to that one first and let's see what happens. Actually, let's do that right now. As you can see, it is still at 1.77 volts. So now we got 2 other sensors that we got to figure out and see exactly where they're at. So let's go inside, and I got to see exactly where we're going to find these at on our Mitchell, because I don't know where they're at. This is a big old system right here. We got to find out where these things are at. All right, so we looked on Mitchell. We couldn't find it, but look at this. We went to Identifix, and they gave us a pretty cool shot right here. This is the top part of the engine. We have our barrel sensor and our boost pressure sensor. So one is on section 7. So 7 is going to be our barrel sensor right here, if I'm not mistaken. And then in here, we're going to have our boost sensor. All right, cool. This is going to be kind of hidden inside. Let's try to see if we can find this one right here. And we can try to see exactly what we get. So let's go to the side of the engine right now, and then we're going to see if we get any changes. But it's gonna be kind of cool, man. We're gonna start pulling up, and we're gonna see what we find. All right, so now what we need to find out, we're gonna find out this barrel sensor is number 7 right there on the side of the engine. It's gonna be a little bit easier. And what I was looking for online, it kind of looked like a little map sensor, so you can see how it looks like right there. All right, now what we gotta do is look around here. It's kind of on the side. Let's get you a little bit more over here. Gotta look for something that looks like a map sensor, and man, okay, I see something, but it's just kind of hanging there. Look at this. All right, cool. All right, so we still have our multimeter hooked up, so how about let's disconnect it, see what we get. Come on, baby, come off. All right, there you go. And as you can see, still reading the same voltage, no difference. Can just hook this back up, or we'll just leave it aside. Now what we need to do is figure out where this is at, and that's going to be the hard one because it's all in there. So I'm going to put the camera down for a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can try to search for this, see what we can find out, and hopefully it can be somewhere in there. So let me put this down and let's see what we get. Oh, there you go. Right there. Let's zoom in. There's a connector right there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to use a little pick, and we're gonna try to move that sucker out the way. See if I can do this. Oh, check that out. We got 5 volts back. Woohoo! Yes, that connector is off right there, and we got our 5-volt reference back. Heck yes. All right, awesome. All right, but could it be our sensor? Could it be a connector? Man, after they changed out the heads, you know what we do? We have the other map sensor, or that barrel sensor. I can test that out. If that's okay and we still have 5 volts, I'm good. So what I'm gonna do, let me try to fish this out. See if we can fish this wire out. All right, there you go. We fished out the wire, and we have the sensor right here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit in there because they look kind of the same. Let's see if we get any changes. There you go. Still, we got 5 volts right there. Awesome. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the brand new one and we're gonna check it out. And let me do a test while we wait for this brand new one. So I just want to check something out real quick, and I want to see what's gonna go on. Well, first and foremost, let's put this back where it's supposed to be. I'll just have this disconnected. But remember, as well, we have this on the APP side. So if we have 5 volts back on our APP sensor, it should start working now. So what I want to do is I'm going to put this back on the air breather. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm just going to test that out. It's just this job is a little bit too big here for my shop, so I'm probably going to send it somewhere else. I'm going to show them this data right here that I have, so at least they can get it done. So let me put all this back on together, and then we're going to try out this test that we were doing last time, and we're going to verify we got it fixed now. But we can see 5 volt reference is still on. I'm happy. So let's put everything back together. Let's see what we get. Awesome. We're inside the vehicle right now. Let's give this a shot. I am excited. I want to know what happens. All right, we turned her on, and like I said, I'm barely gonna touch it. Let's see what happens. Oh man, I forgot one thing. I feel like a dummy. Here, Jesus Christ, we forgot to hook this up. All right, now we're hooked up. Now let's test this out. All right, here it goes. Now let's give it a try. All right, cool. Now we're gonna barely give it a shot. Oh, there you go. Look at that. We're barely even touching it, and it's moving now. Because remember, we have a 5 volt reference right now, so now it's actually reading the APP sensor. Not like before. We're barely even tapping it right here. Look at that. And we go all the way, man. Woo! Sweet. All right, let me go with this brand new sensor. And then after that, like I told the customer, I'm gonna just give him the sensor. If he can take it somewhere, because this is a big old. I told him I was just gonna do the diagnosis, but he can take it somewhere else, get this taken off, and then after that, I think we're gonna be a-okay, man. Look, check this out, barely touching it, and she's revving up. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy. All right, there you go. Let me go get the sensor real quick. We're gonna put it on, and we're just gonna verify that we keep that 5 volt reference, and that's all I want to see. Yes. Okay, let's go get this. All right, so I moved my multimeter up here, and we have our brand new sensor, AC Delco. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this sucker out. Like I said, we already tested this out, but this is just to verify, 1,000,000%. Looks like the map sensor like the other one, or the barrel sensor. And now what we're just gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, hook this up. Awesome. All right, so we kept our 5 volt reference. So there you go. If you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get our brand new videos coming out from Miles Mechanics. Y'all take care, y'all. Have a nice day. Goodbye.